Hello everyone, how are you? Today we're going to do a long stand. Now, quite often I mention in class, one of these days I'm going to do a video where we're just going to look at Zhan Zhuang. We're going to look at standing practice. And today is the day. So we'll see how long it is. We might do up to 45 minutes. We'll see how you get on, see how I get on. So this is your foundation to all Tai Chi. And Zhan Zhuang is a complete practice in itself. Our master Chen Yunjun says that it must come from the heart. So if you want to do standing, mentally you want to do it, but your heart isn't in it, you will not be able to stand for very long. It has to be something that you actually desire, that you want to do it. And it really does bring benefits. It'll bring benefits straight away. You'll feel stronger, you'll feel calmer, you'll feel more structurally connected and aware of your own body. But please do bear in mind that this is a practice that requires practice. And if it's your first experience of standing, you might just want to do a few minutes and see how you get on, and then come back to this video again and again and try a little bit longer and a little bit longer. It's actually good for everything, for everyone. So there are no conditions that completely exclude standing. However, you may need to adapt it. So we can stand while seated, and also if you need to, you can do your stand while lying down on your back. So you only ever please do what you can comfortably. If you ever get very overwhelmed as you stand, then that definitely means it's time to stop. But what we're going to go through today are mechanisms, methods to get you into your best posture. And the better your posture, the more comfortable and enjoyable your stand will be. So basically, if you're unsure, if you feel that something is wrong, then don't panic, but just stop. Please never force yourself to go beyond what you can do comfortably. Of course, in class, when you're actually with a teacher, you can let go into it a little bit more, and your teacher can help you. So if you're not sure about something, if you're getting a strange sensation, you can say to your teacher and they will help you to sort it out and to guide you as to when it's time to stop and when it's actually okay to go on with caution. All right, so I'd like you to make sure you are well hydrated, please, that you're in comfortable shoes that allow your toes to spread, and no heels if possible, and nice flat shoes, or you can even do standing practice in your bare feet as long as the floor is not cold or, spiky, as long as it's not going to hurt you. All right, so if you'd like to come into your space, please. Bring your feet close together. You can have a little bit of a gap, but not wide. For Wuji. Now, Wuji is your preparation. Let's salute. 学生好. You can say 老师好. That's students hello, teacher hello. So yes, feet close together. They can be right up against each other if you prefer. That's fine. But a little gap is also acceptable. We want a feeling of unity. If you're seated, actually, you can go straight into your shoulder width position and do your Wuji from there. Make sure you're comfortable, your clothes are nice and loose, not pressing, and feel for the top of your head. Softly, gently direct your awareness to the very top point. This is called the Bai Hui point, the very top of the head. Let it feel light, floating, and keep that feeling with you. At any stage, you can return to the top of the head and make sure it still feels buoyant. But now we're going to pour the awareness down over the front, down over the back, down over the sides of the body, all the way over the head, neck and throat, shoulders, feeling into the four corners of the shoulders and feel down over the arms, feeling front and back, inside and outside edges, feeling into the elbows, feeling into the lower arms, the wrists, the palms, feeling all the way to the fingertips. And let's just check in with each finger in turn. Let's feel the thumbs, the first fingers, the middle fingers, the ring fingers, and the little fingers. If you find that some areas are easier than others to bring your awareness, that's okay. Just spend a little bit longer. No push. Just take your time and feel for those areas that are less in your awareness. Allow your mind to float in those areas. Keep breathing, keep letting go. No effort, simply companion your body with your awareness. So we felt all 10 fingers. Let's gently bring the awareness back up the arms and into the chest. Feeling into your chest, your upper chest and upper back. Again, over the shoulders. Let's gently feel our way down the sidelines of the body. Feeling all the way down, over the sides, over the hips, and bring the awareness gently to the midpoint between the legs. Letting go. Again, drawing the awareness up to the chest and feeling the front of the chest and the back. Feeling down both front and back. Washing your awareness down through your body. And let's feel our way down through the legs, the thighs, the upper legs, all four sides, down into the knees, all four sides, all four corners, down into the lower legs. Breathe and relax through your lower legs and into the four corners of your ankles and down into your feet. Feeling all four corners of your feet. Feeling into the soles of the feet, into the heels, and into the toes. Can you feel all 10 toes? You may notice that your body is swaying a little bit, or a lot. That's okay. Allow yourself, rather than to fight the sway, just breathe through it, release through it down towards the center of the earth, letting go into the floor. Calm down. And listen behind. Good. Let's bring the awareness gently back to the room and slowly, gently open your eyes. Now you could, after you have done all of that, checking in and letting go, simply stand and listen. That is your Wuji, is the listening part, not doing fiddly stuff. But now we're going into our open stance. we're going to release the belly, the hips, and the knees. Soften, 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 and feel the weight gently sinking. Filling your right foot, emptying your left. Now I'm going to step to my left. I'd like you to peel your left foot away, keeping the hips level, and step open. Relax the foot down and shift your weight across. Very good. So now you're floating nice and relaxed. The top of the head is light. The tail is hanging down. We're shoulder width and level. And at this stage, it's a good idea to check. Actually look down and check that your feet are as level, as symmetrical as they can possibly be, as this is your foundation. So if your stance is off, you won't achieve as good a balance as you're capable of. And that's what we want. We want our best possible outcome for today. Good, so now we go through our checks again. We feel the lightness at the top of the head, the chin slightly down and back. All of these checks are to bring you into the right state. So we brought ourselves into the right state for Wuji. We were only in Wuji for a couple of seconds. That's when you're still and quiet. So we can be still and quiet for a few moments again now. Good. And now we're going to use a method to make sure that the alignment is as good as it can be for us today. So I'd like you to feel for your belly button, please. You have an idea where it is, even if you can't feel it, but feel for it. And now as you breathe very gently, think of sighing internally. You're releasing, you're letting go. Visualize that feeling of sinking into an armchair. We want that feeling, that release to go down from the belly button, down over the front of the body, and down in underneath the body to the very middle point of your undercarriage. We call it the perineum or the Wei-yin in Chinese. Good. It's really important we let that release, relax down. Now let's feel the small of the back. And the same again, we're going to feel from the small of the back, and this time we sigh down over the lower back and in and under to that same point, that middle point underneath the body. So we want both sides to release evenly to that center point. Now we're going to go a little bit higher up. We're going to go to the solar plexus. And from here, breathing, think of sighing, releasing, following our awareness down over the front of the body, again in and under to that center point. And let's feel a little bit higher than the small of the back, level with the solar plexus at the back, feel that point, and again, sigh. You can do it verbally, but even internally it becomes more powerful. You're sighing, feeling, releasing down the back and in and under. So that's center point. Good. Now let's go a little bit higher. Let's go to the heart center. At the front, breathing, feeling, and as you breathe, think of sighing, releasing, pour your awareness down. You can draw a line down with your awareness if you like. Feel your way, little by little, down over the front and in and underneath to that center point. Good. Now let's do the same thing in the center of the shoulder blades at the back. Pouring the awareness as you breathe, sighing, releasing, following the line down the back, in underneath to the perineum. Keep breathing. Good. Let's feel up to the throat. And same again, pouring your awareness, letting go. Think of sighing. The body naturally releases as you breathe out, feeling your way down over the front of the body, all the way down and in and under to the center point. And let's do the same thing now, please, with the neck. Feeling the back of the neck. We can go right up to the base of the skull and gently, as you breathe, pour your awareness down over the back, in and under to the center point. Good. Let's now go up to the third eye point. And pour your awareness down, releasing, relaxing, down over the front. Take your time, feeling down and in and under to that center point. Very good. Let's feel the back of the skull. The jade pillow point at the back, just where your head gently touches the pillow when you lie down. Feel for that point as you breathe, sighing your tension away, drawing your awareness, or rather letting your awareness glide down over your body, feeling your way in and under to that center point. Good. Now, I would like to do the third eye point. So feeling between the eyebrows, gently pour your awareness down. All the way down and under to the center point. You can do this if you feel you didn't get the best connection or you feel your mind wandered. Don't worry, you can always repeat. There's endless time. Give yourself time. So let's now do the the jade pillow point again. Jade Maiden's my school name. Ready? Feel for the back of the head and pour down over the back, in and underneath to that center point. Well done. Now let's feel all the way up to the Bai Hui point, the 100 meeting point at the very top of the head. Pouring the awareness gently down over the front. Feeling, releasing, as if water is being poured over your body. Feel it trace its way down and in and under to the center point. And very gently now, feel your way up to the Bai Hui again, top of the head. Feel it light. And now let's gently pour the awareness down over the back, all the way down the body, releasing, carrying away tension as it goes. Feel all the way down your back, sighing it away, bringing the awareness in and under to the weigh-in point. Very good. Check in with yourself. How do you feel? If you're okay to continue, let's feel all the way up to the top of the head. Very gently pouring your awareness now down over the sides of your head. Feel going over the ears, down the sides of the neck, over the tops of the shoulders. And let's feel our way down through the flanks of the body, down through the sides of the body. And continue to feel in and under, again to that center point. Let's feel all the way up through to the top of the head. Make sure the head still feels light. And again, let's pour down over the sides, down over the ears, over the sides of the neck. And this time, helping the shoulders to release and open to the sides as we feel down through the arms. Feeling over the four sides of the arms, gently pouring the awareness down through the elbows, through the lower arms, into the wrists, into the hands. Feeling once more into all 10 fingertips. And let go. Good. Let's gently feel all the way up to the byway point, to the very top point. Check that it still feels soft and light. And very gently, let's glide the awareness right down through the center line to that perineum point, to the center underneath the body. Feel this beautiful plumb line, light at the top, full and heavy and single pointed underneath. Breathing into this beautiful plumb line. If you wish, you can gently glide up and down the plumb line for a few moments with your breath. Gliding gently up on the in-breath, gliding gently down on the out-breath. Feeling that beautiful, effortless plumb line. Good. Now I'd like you to bring your awareness to that lower point again, the perineum. And from there, very gently, release and open your awareness into your hips. Feel for all four corners of your hips. Breathing into them. Releasing through them. You may notice that as you do this work, pouring your awareness down, the temptation is to get lower and lower in your stance. And that's not what we're aiming for at this point. Instead, we're looking to let go of tension, allowing the energy to sink, but not necessarily bending our knees and going lower in our bodies. So if you feel you've gone a bit low at this stage, you can always think of floating up a little bit with the top of the head and bring yourself up a little bit so that you're comfortable. At least at the beginning, don't push yourself too hard. So we're releasing tension, we're letting energy flow. Not about going into a deep stance. Let's feel into those hips again, breathing into them. And let's feel over the front of the legs, the thighs, the backs of the legs, feeling into them, releasing into them. Let's feel into the inside edges of your thighs. and your outside edges. So you're holding all four sides in your awareness. Let's let go, feeling into the four corners of the knees. Notice, are they even? Are they equal? Breathe and let go. With each breath, you're releasing into your structure. No requirement for tension, just let go into it. Let's feel into the lower legs, all four sides. Let's feel into the ankles, all four sides and four corners. Feeling into your feet. Feel the four corners of your feet. Feel the soles of your feet. Feel the tops of your feet. Can you feel into the heels? Is the weight even inside and out? Feel into your toes. Again, check, is the weight even? Feel for the big toes, first toes, big toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toes, and fifth toes. And you feel equal energy, equal weight across the toes, across the feet. Feel the weight spreading evenly across and through your feet. Feel the structure of your skeleton supported from the earth to your feet. Feel the skeleton structure, the arches of your feet taking your weight. Feeling into your ankles, your lower legs. Feel the bones feeding your weight down through them and spreading the weight into the floor. Feel the knees nice and relaxed, not taking any excessive weight, but simply letting the weight flow down through them. Feeling into your thigh bones, your hip bones. Feel your hip bones sitting above your ankles, above your feet, the backs of your feet. Feel the spine hanging down, supported, relaxed. Feel the shoulders floating, nice and heavy and relaxed, opening out over the hips. Feel the ears over the shoulders. Feel the skull floating up from the top, sitting center. Feel your whole body very relaxed, hanging down, and very supported by your bone structure. Top of which is light and buoyant. Calm down. And listen behind. Good, now let's find all 10 fingers, gently press them down. Rather, feeling them slightly extending and lengthening towards the floor. And when you're ready, slowly, gently float the arms forwards and feel for connection between your two hands. That's our first Zhan Zhuang posture. If you've been poorly or if you're not feeling particularly strong, you can stay in that low pose. But if you feel you have a little bit of strength and energy, you can gradually float the arms up a little bit. You can go as far as shoulder height. But I want you to keep the arms very heavy, very loose, very relaxed. You can practice saying, let go, internally 30 times and listen with your shoulders, with your arms, with your hands. We're letting go of tension, letting go of everything but that floating position. Let's do that now, please. Silently, within your mind, talk to your body. Let go. Let go. Let go. Very good. Now you can keep doing that with any body part. If you feel tension building, talk to it. But don't just talk at it. Companion it with your awareness and embody the meaning. You're letting go of tension. Let it float. Let it release. Let it disperse. Breathe. If you feel there are areas that you're sliding out of awareness, don't try to push yourself into alignment physically, but rather find where they are. You can use a mirror, it's very useful. So if something is raised through contraction, feel into it, look at it, and as you breathe, again, repeat, let go, let go, let go. Breathing into it, allow the out breath to help release. Similar if something is pulled down through a contraction, feel into it and repeat. Let go. Let go. Let go. How are you doing? If ever you have enough, that's fine. When you do have enough, come out of it slowly. We're going to stay a little longer, but if you need to stop, bring your arms down slowly and keep your structure posture. Then cover center and breathe into center. You can do your circulations if you can, rubbing your belly, or just very gently easing them out of your stance. Feel into your body now. Allow the legs to relax. You'll feel your bone structure is strong. Your muscles are strong, but they don't need to be tight. Let them soften. As they soften, the energy flows through. Our master simply says, calm down. Listen behind. Very good. You've done great. Well done. We're going to slowly lower the hands down, keeping our structure nice and floating, very soft. All the way down. Good. Covering center. Hugging your elbows gently in. Feeling that center point beneath the belly button. About 4 finger widths beneath the belly button is where we overlap the center of the palms. And feel the warmth of the hands flowing into the belly. We take about 9 breaths here, but just take your time and calm. Finding your way to your center. Very good. Now we're going to go to your right side first. And I'm going to my right side. So you're going this way, up and over and down this way. Do you see what I mean? You're going to, this is your right hip. This is my right hip. Going right, up, over and down. Now recently, when asked, one of our masters said, actually, it doesn't matter which direction you go in. Just do both. And of course, you know, don't contradict the master, but we've always been taught to go up your right side first, across and down to the left. So if you get lost and confused, don't worry, just do it on both sides. So you're turning your center, you're turning your belly, you're turning, feeling the swirling of energy in your lower belly. And as you circle, think of that energy expanding, spiraling outwards and continuing to get bigger until it is engulfing and containing your whole body. This energy is swirling. Remember, you're going up your right side, across and down to your left side. Good. Now, the more you stand, the more circulations you can do. So we did a fair amount today. So you can do up to 36 circles in each direction. If you're doing a shorter stand, you can do 24 circles. If you're doing a very short stand, you can do 9 circles in each direction. Good, now I'm not counting, so let's change direction. This time, think of drawing that spiral gently back in. The energy is drawing in, like water going down a drain, but it's not going into a drain, it's going into the very center of your belly, into the dantian, creating a nice reservoir of vital energy. Good. Let's cover center again. Hugging your elbows gently in. Keep the posture. The top of the head is nice and light. The body is nice and heavy and relaxed. You've still got that feeling of pulling down into the yin, into the center point beneath the body. For about another 9 breaths. Good, let's very gently release the hands down. And identify your right hip, please. I'm going into my right hip. We just feed a little bit across. So you're in the middle of your hip. Allow your right foot to fill, and then your left foot to empty. And then gradually you can peel your left foot away onto the tip and close. Bring the weight back 50-50. Float up through the top of your head. And release, relax all the way down into the feet, into the floor. Good. Let's take a little heel tap. And very gently ease yourself into movement. Very nice. So that's Zhan Zhuang. Notice we spent a long time in preparation for Zhan Zhuang. Zhan Zhuang really only begins when you engage the hands. When we're still with feet together, we're in Wuji. And then when we're opening our stance and before we raise the hands, we're in deep preparation for standing. I really hope you enjoyed that practice. I hope you have followed me just to your capability. Don't worry if you ever find that you've overshot a little bit. We've all done it at times. Just if you feel that you've had enough, gently stop. Within 10 minutes, even the most extreme overexertion settles itself down very easily. But just do what you can comfortably. And if you do this practice every day, or even once or twice a week, you will notice great benefits to your health, mental, emotional, physical, energetic, you name it, you will feel well. And it will really help your Tai Chi. Thank you so much for joining me today, and well done for giving it a go. 学生好. You can say 老师好. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next time.